going? Are we having fun? Are they doing good? So, a lot of comedy shows, they make fun of each other. And I want to tell you, I was getting made fun of in the back. I want to see if you guys agree. I was told I look like a youth pastor. Screw you, lady. Screw you. A youth pastor if you had a cocaine problem. What was the one? I look like NSYNC's Lance Bass? There's no punchline. I just thought that was screwed up. Oh, Nicolas Cage if he had a vitamin D deficiency. And then Saskia, your host, had the best one. She said I look like Stephen Baldwin if he was from Apache Junction. I'm from the Midwest. Any Midwest people? Yeah, where are you from? Kansas? That's where they make white people. All right. Good to have you. Where's my Mormons at? Mormons? I know you're here. I saw your bicycles double parked outside. I like our audience. This is good. I want you guys to look around. It's kind of diverse tonight. We have everybody. We got the young people up front. You guys download your music. A lot of CDs and cassettes are here. Oh, we got 8-track right here. Oh, then we got phonograph in the back row. I see you, sir. You can laugh louder. He can't hear you. I actually do comedy everywhere. I'm excited. I just got back from a third world country. Yeah, Yuma, Arizona. Oh my gosh, have we been to this town? It's like the Star Wars Cantina down there. That is the only town that if you have all your teeth, they look at you like you're suspicious. So I got pulled over by the Yuma Police Department, and I was speeding pretty good. Cop walks up to my window, and I completely lied. He's like, "Why are you going so fast?" And I was like, "Oh, my wife called. She said the house that we're staying in, the front window is broken, and she thinks the burglar's still inside." Swear to God, the cop goes, "Let's get this son of a bitch." Guys, he makes me follow him, lights and siren, to the house. I call the wife in a panic. I'm like, "Weird request. I need you to break out the front window." My poor son that was taking a nap got arrested for a felony. I don't think that's good. I was doing a comedy show. They have a comedy club there called Giggles Comedy Spot, and they refer to this place as the G-Spot for comedy. I told my wife I was going to the G-Spot. She's like, "I'm just glad you finally found it." She's laughing a little too hard at that, buddy. Just so you know. Are you guys married, dating, or just having a good time? We're married. You're married, so you're not having a good time. But I was not doing good at this show, man. I was bombing, and there's a guy in the front row in a wheelchair. I did so bad, he stood up and walked out the door. I don't think that's good. I am excited. We just found out in the back. I found out I got a deal with Netflix. They told me my first month is free. And after that, only $19.99 a month. So, some of you are actually excited for me. I appreciate you. Let's get to know you guys. What's your name? Any idea? It's rude to ask you how old you are. How much do you weigh? Are you from here? You live in Gilbert? Queen Creek. Did you guys hear about the new Queen Creek Police Department? They're now going to do background checks on carnival workers, and if they've been convicted of a felony, they can't work the carnival this year. Meaning, Queen Creek is not having a carnival this year. So I heard we have some parents in the room. Where's my parents? Who has more than 3-4 kids? Anybody? Oh, why? All right. How many kids? 5 kids? What are their ages? Loud and proud. Announce to the room.
31, 29, 26, 19, and 17.
Sounded like lotto numbers, didn't it? Oh, gosh. Yeah, we need to pray for you, dear. This kind of looks like a Mesa PTA meeting going on. I don't know what's happening tonight. I have 2 teenage boys. and he is not very nice to me. He came up to me, he goes, "Dad, you look like an indecisive person." I'm like, "Why am I indecisive?" And he goes, "Because you have 2 chins and you're only trying to grow a beard on one of them." Same kid, same question, goes, "Dad, when you die, do I get an inheritance?" And I told him, "Yeah, but I want to be honest with you guys, that check is gonna bounce." So, I'll never forget when we were pregnant with him, my wife wanted to talk about baby names, and she goes, "What do you think of the baby name Jamal or Kareem?" And I was like, "I'm thinking, is this my baby?" We were in his room yesterday, and I'm just going to admit this. We're in his room cleaning, and we found a Magnum-sized condom. Now I know Jamal is not my baby. We took him to Disneyland not too long ago. We're on that ride that's in the dark. I always forget the name of it. Space Mountain. So we're on Space Mountain. Mid-ride, we hear a 12-year-old girl screaming at the top of her lungs. And then we realized I was that 12-year-old girl. But guys, I look over, my son, mid-ride, is text messaging on his phone. Mid-ride! And then it made me realize how I'm going to die. I'm going to be on life support. I'm going to be on life support, and he's going to unplug me to charge that damn phone. He's a little snot too, man. Like for my birthday, he bought me a gift, right? I opened the gift. It's 3 AAA batteries. He attached a note. It said, "Gift not included." But I have 2 teenage boys, as I was saying, and I'm just going to be honest, this kind of weirds me out. Like, all my kids listen to is 1990s gangster rap music. I don't get it. We live in Gilbert. They think they're in the movie Boys in the Hood. It's more like Boys in the Gated Community. How gangster can you be if you're allergic to peanuts and gluten? You throw an Uncrustable peanut butter sandwich at my kid. You throw a peanut butter sandwich at my kid, he's dead. He's dead. I am married. Do we have any married people in the room tonight? Any married? Well, how long have you been married? 2 years. Oh, you should be having a good time then. All right. He's smiling like he's got hope. Good luck. Last week, we had a couple in here. I am not BSing you. We had a couple in here. They had been married 73 years. I asked the husband, I go, "What's the secret to marriage?" He goes, "Communication and always understanding each other." I asked the wife the same question. She goes, "No habla inglés." I'll never forget when the wife and I first got married, we would have sex everywhere. Like one time we had sex on a putting green. Another time was in a tent. The most fun was actually inside a kayak. Now, we're no longer allowed at that Dick's Sporting Goods. You guys fart in front of each other? You look like you poop in front of each other. He says he lies. He lies. So, honest, truthful story here. So 2 weeks ago, not to be too gross, bear with me. 2 weeks ago, I farted, and the wife is like, "You're disgusting." She did. She's hiding now. She farted this morning. And I was like, "You're disgusting." And she goes, "That wasn't a fart. That was an angel's whisper." I'm like, "Your angel needs mouthwash. What the?" An angel's whisper. That made me laugh so hard I farted. So I got in trouble with the wife, man. We were at the mall. We're shopping for dresses. And she asked me that question that, ladies, men do not want to get. She asked me the question, "Do I look fat in this dress?" Now keep in mind, I was just trying to be funny. And I was like, "It depends." She was like, "Depends on what?" And I'm like, "How much is that dress?" She says $1,300. And I was like, moo. Who's got crazy family? Applaud if you have crazy family. Yeah? All right. Just so you know, if you're not applauding, you're the crazy. My sister is living with us, and I got up in a rush, right? And I grabbed my sweatpants, but they weren't my sweatpants, they were my sister's sweatpants. And I got to the gym. I didn't notice until I got to the gym, and I looked at the mirror, and my butt said juicy. Now I'm dating the Mountainside fitness trainer, Kyle. So. My parents are now living with us. Well, actually, it's my in-laws. It's her parents. And it's not terrible. It's worse. So, yeah, they fight all the time. And my father-in-law, they're fighting. He's like, Jim, can I sleep on your couch? And I'm like, absolutely not. I'm married to your daughter. That's where I sleep. So, you guys are a lot of fun. I wanted to talk about my job a little bit. I did just have a birthday, though. I wanted to talk about that. Thank you. I just turned 40 years old. Yeah, I can tell I'm getting older, like my body is changing. I don't know why I'm looking at you now. So, I can tell my body's changing. Like, have you ever seen a hairless cat? We're at my friend's house, and he has a hairless cat. It sniffed my phone, unlocked my facial recognition. I don't think that's good. And I'm getting depressed about this. Like, I put a bumper sticker on my car. It says, honk if you think I'm sexy. Now I just sit at green lights and wait. So, but yeah, I did want to talk about my job a little bit. I am a retired naval veteran and also retired, thank you. I'm a naval veteran and retired from the police department, so that's a good thing. I'm glad. Are you a veteran, sir? Did you fight for the North or the South? Which one? It's funny, man. I was at a show, and this lady yells out, "Get off the stage, pig." And that's the last time I invite my mother to a show. I tease that bitch. No, what you guys don't know is, yes, we are raising money for your charity, but it's also a very special show. All the comics you're seeing tonight, I met on the job, and they're all here doing their community service. So, we met Saad putting bumper stickers on all the police cars. I was not a jerk cop. I'd be the first one to tell you there's some out there. I was not. They made me the DARE officer half of my career. Yeah, we all know how effective that program was. But what's funnier, I'm going to be real with you guys, all right? I don't usually admit this. I got my medical marijuana card like 13. Yeah, wow, all right. Somebody just had an edible kick in. I'll take it. Hey, she's going to be topless at a Waffle House later. So. It's about to get real. No, but I did. I got my medical marijuana card. And do you realize what I'm telling you? I'm the worst DARE officer ever. I was telling these kids just to say no to drugs when it was my turn. I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. And I wasn't good with the pot, man. I smoked way too much of it. This one time I'm walking down the street to pick up my daughter from middle school. Yeah, I don't have a daughter, so. Pulling over cars on the police department is something you have to do. I'll tell you a couple that I thought were funny. I had this guy, he's like super intoxicated. And I'm like, sir, you need to step out of the car. And he's like, I'm too drunk. You get it. And another guy, he's like crazy high on something. And I'm like, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? And he's like, bro, if you don't know, I'm not telling you, man. My sense of humor used to get me in trouble in the police department. We had this sergeant, I worked midnights, we had this sergeant, he would fall asleep like every shift. I walk in the break room, not only is he asleep, but he has a half-eaten roast beef sandwich on his chest and a bunch of crumbs. I thought it would be funny to post a picture of this on the department's Facebook page. Now, in my defense, I thought it was a private page. It's a public page. But what got me in trouble was the caption. I wrote, "This little piggy had roast beef." I got 3 days off for that shit, man. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show.